Have you ever noticed this? Guests rarely say,
Oh my God, your linens were ivory.
but years later, they'll say, I still remember your wedding. When they say that, they're not talking about the centerpieces. They're talking about moments and memories. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how to create wedding moments so memorable that guests talk about them for years without blowing your budget or turning your day into a complete circus. Now, here's the hard truth no one likes to say out loud. Most weddings are pleasant, they're beautiful, they're well planned, and completely forgettable. I mean, not because they weren't nice, but because emotionally, nothing stuck. People remember how an experience made them feel, not how perfectly it was executed. So the goal isn't more stuff, it's meaningful moments. And this is where most couples get stuck. They think memorable means a bigger budget or more upgrades to decor in the space, more Pinterest worthy details. But the weddings guests rave about years later usually had one or two intentional moments, not a thousand details. So let me show you how to design those moments on purpose. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Brandon, the owner lead DJ of 7,000 Feet of Sound in Flagstaff. I've personally done over 750 weddings in the last 12 years. I want to share some of that knowledge with you as you plan. So, the first pillar of a remembered wedding, expectations. Tell me, what's the fastest way to lock memory into someone's brain? You break their expectations, but in a good way. Doesn't mean chaos. It means a surprise shift, a deliberate change in energy. For example, a live performance no one saw coming, or a late night food switch that feels fun, not formal. Think going from prime rib and salmon to an ice cream truck that shows up playing all its music, or a beer burrow during cocktail hours so your guests get photos and an experience they won't soon forget, or a sudden mood change from elegant to playful with a dramatic shift in your lighting. The key to all these moments, it has to feel intentional, not random. That way, when guests say, wait, what's happening? You know you've made a lasting memory. The second pillar, make guests part of the story. Guests don't remember what they watched, they remember what they participated in. Ask yourself, where do my guests get to do something, not just observe? This could look like interactive moments during cocktail hour, from a photo booth with interesting and new AI edits to a shared experience everybody does together, like an interactive bar with those cocktail smoke bubbles that are becoming popular, or a collective surprise that includes the room, like a special dance that everyone participates in, or doing the shoe game, but having your guest answer who they think fits the question first. Possibilities are endless. When guests feel involved, they stop being spectators and they start feeling like insiders. Now, the third pillar, design for emotion, not just aesthetics. Here's a mindset shift that changes everything. Instead of asking, what will look good in photos, ask, what emotion do I want people to feel right here? Some great examples, maybe comfort, like a favorite meal when you're sick, or think nostalgia, that sweater that reminds you of someone, memories from childhood you never want to forget. A memorial table at your wedding does this one really well. Or maybe you want some joy, connection, community, just fun. When you design for emotion, the visuals take care of themselves and the memories last longer than the photos ever will. Well, what's stopping couples from doing this? Well, the most common mistake is trying to do too much. It's by far one of the biggest mistakes I've seen couples making. Trying to make every moment unforgettable, ironically, makes nothing stand out. The goal isn't constant stimulation like a cell phone or social media, it's contrast. Pick two or three moments you want people to remember and let everything else support those moments quietly. Remember, you will never get the same group of people together for anything ever. So make as many memories as you can with them. And contrast and intention helps create those memories. So here's a quick framework to help you design your day. We call it the still talking about it test. Before finalizing anything, ask this simple question: would someone bring this up in a conversation 5 years from now? If the answer is no, doesn't mean it's bad. just means it shouldn't be a main focus. Memorable weddings are edited, not overloaded. And remember, if you want guests saying
Oh my God! I still remember your wedding.
years down the road, stop chasing trends. Start designing moments. Anyway, if this helped you rethink what actually makes a wedding unforgettable, hit like, subscribe, or share this with someone who's planning right now. Because the best weddings aren't the most expensive ones. They're the ones people never stop talking about.